Hello all. Welcome to our couch time. So, we were doing quotes of the day, but I feel like we couldn't really think about that many quotes. Nonetheless, 365 of them. So we decided we would do couch time for the end of our day. This is usually how we spend the end of our nights. Is we sit on the couch and we watch a movie, then we go to sleep. We wanted to talk to you about things that we have seen that we want to discuss. One thing today, we've been cleaning the apartment, and we watched my favorite show that I got the craving to restart because of the last episode it had, which is Grey's Anatomy. I am a huge fan. I love Grey's Anatomy. If you're a fan and you love it, please like and share this video because I will be talking about it. I have to say, it makes me very sad seeing all the characters that have left. We are on the second season. Again. I have watched it before, many times. But Cody's actually watching it with me, and he likes it. And he actually understands the characters more than I thought.
Don't agree with some of the stuff on the show.
He doesn't. We actually had a heated argument. We just watched the 17th episode of season 2 that had Christina Ricci as a guest star, and there was a bomb in the chest cavity of a patient. And Christina Ricci played an EMT that had her hand in the patient, not knowing there's a bomb in there. You know, she was just trying to stop him from bleeding. Bomb squad shows up. They realize what's going on. Bomb squad shows up, and the EMT starts to freak out. Starts to panic, and the anesthesiologist leaves her by herself because he gets scared. And so she's in the room by herself with her hand in someone's chest with the bomb near her fingers, and she's freaking out. And when they go in there to calm her down, she freaks out, pulls her hand out to run away, and Meredith Grey puts her hands in there where the EMT's hands was. Cody feels like the EMT should not have panicked like that because she's an EMT. But I feel like EMTs are not trained to deal with bombs. Now, yes, I do feel like it was wrong that she left everyone else to die and panicked and stuff like that. But also I feel like she wasn't really trained to be in that situation. And sometimes when you're freaking out, fight or flight takes over. And her flight took over. Mm-hmm. And Meredith Grey put her hand in there. But I feel like EMTs are different than firefighters or police officers.
That is true.
They're not trained to deal with that type of situation.
You're exactly right. But be that as it may, I feel like even though they aren't trained to directly deal with those situations like defusing a bomb or fighting a fire or doing things like that, they're trained to be around those situations and possibly deal with the after effects, which may still include those same things that have happened to the patients that they're treating may still be happening, which could possibly still happen to them. They don't have to deal with them, but they know how to react to avoid those situations and deal with the stress. And I feel like what she did just proved that she chose absolutely the wrong profession and was in no way capable of meeting those stress dealing requirements that are absolutely required for being an EMT.
I agree. But I also feel like it is a TV show. They do add drama. But also I feel like, if I had my hand in someone's chest to save their life, because she did save the person's life, and then found out there was a bomb next to my fingers, I'd probably freak out a bit too. Now, I don't think I'd leave anyone to die in my place, but I do feel like once you get into that fight or flight and panic mode, it takes over. You don't have any control over that. But I do feel like there are some people that have more fight in them because of how their mindset is. And so maybe she did not have the mindset to be an EMT.
She may not have the mindset to be an EMT.
But I feel like EMTs don't really deal with the bomb part. I feel like, when the horrible thing happened with the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
The EMTs were dealing with the people coming out of the building. The firefighters and the police officers were the ones that were going up the building.
But they still have
It's
to
a
deal.
different
But they still have to deal with
situation.
that same level of stress and trauma that would be just as apparent in those situations. Sometimes even more so, because they're going to have to deal with the after effects of those devastating
I
things.
should say I have the utmost respect for EMTs, firefighters, and police officers.
Oh, of course.
It is not a job I could ever do. I don't do well with blood. I don't do well with panic. So I could not do those jobs. But
No.
that was just the debate we had. I know it's a TV show. I'm sure some of you are like, it's a TV show, guys. But it was something that we actually really did have a heated debate
Oh
about.
yeah, it's like we don't think of it as the TV show being the real thing. We think of what actually is required in the actual thing, and knowing family that have been in those professions, we realize just how difficult it actually is, and what is missing from the show that they obviously don't show. That just makes it even all the more impressive that they're willing to do those things, while Peggy can handle the blood and the trauma part. I feel like I could handle the stress part, but I couldn't possibly do the sacrifice that they make on a daily basis, both with like family and time. They go above and beyond.
Yes. The other thing we have seen a lot of people talking about online is the panic that is going on with the coronavirus, which I do feel like some people are overreacting, and they are buying up a bunch of stuff they don't need to be buying up. That, especially when you buy up a bunch of medical supplies that you don't necessarily need, and people that do need those medical supplies no longer have access to them because you've bought them all up.
There's all those people. You're seeing all the videos now of people like literally fighting each other over packages of toilet paper. It's ridiculous.
Honestly, I think we can live without toilet paper, okay? Toilet paper really isn't that big of a thing. I mean, I use it, but we have a package of toilet paper that we've had for like at least 8 months. It had 30 rolls in it, and we still have 6 left. Like, we don't waste toilet paper. And if things get bad enough where the water gets shut off, the toilet paper really isn't going to help you that much. What else were we talking about? We were talking about silly quotes. So we can't really think of quotes every day, but sometimes I say things, and Cody knows I said something that is not the right thing. So he's like, "What?" Like today, I told him I mirrored him, and he was like, "I do not understand what you mean." Cody is having some pain in his left hip, right hip. So I did it again, which is part of the FOP.
Right flip a lot.
And he was asking me to put some biofreeze on it. And he sat down, and I put some biofreeze on his left hip. And he was like, "Why would I need it there?" And I was like, "Oh, sorry, I mirrored you and put it on the right." And he's like, "What?" I was like, "Well, I meant I flipped you. I thought when I was looking at you earlier, I was thinking the same side as where I saw it, you know, so I mirrored you. That is what I meant. So please, spread the phrase, mirrored you." I think it's fun.
She likes to invent words too, and that's a whole nother chapter. But
I do.
It's funny. She'll make up words. I'm gonna have to make a dictionary.
If you have a glass that is full with ice,
we're going
and and you pour something in it, and it's a plastic cup, and it starts to get water that comes off the side, I call that velting. So.
Because a good thing they don't have a word for that already, like condensation. But anyway.
I call it velting. I couldn't think of the word one day, and I just called it velting.
Or the glass is sweating.
So now it's just become velting. Our cups melt, and that's why I don't like plastic cups.
And this is spelled.
I know it's not the best for the environment to use styrofoam cups.
Not like F.
That's part of why I like styrofoam cups is they don't have the condensation that happens on the outside of the cup.
Velting.
The velting, yes.
Sorry.
If you guys are continuing to like our videos, please like, share, comment. If you have ideas for something you want us to do that you think would be funny, we're always open to it. Um, we want to do some more talking about what Cody is going through with his disability and what our daughter is going through, but we just need to find the time. Cody is a
seriously,
full-time working daddy.
and seeing as because it's a rare disease, a lot of people have no idea how to deal with it, and being parents of somebody that has the disease, it's still tough. It's always going to be tough with any disability that you have, but
yes,
having had the disease, or at least just knowing how it works, when you have a kid that has it, makes it so much easier, because there's so many parents out there that have rare diseases and sicknesses that are with their kids that they've never experienced, and they're reinventing the wheel a lot of times, especially with the extremely rare diseases. There's no one to turn to. There's no reference book or, hey, this is what you do when you're...
It has been a blessing for us that we knew what was going to happen with Caroline. It doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't. It makes it easier to think about it, but mentally, it does not make it easier. It is hard to see drastic changes happening to your child. I've had a lot of crying times dealing with this past couple months.
But we know how to deal with it.
We know
what to expect.
I could imagine it being a million times worse if I had no idea what FOP was. So I'm grateful for that I know what it is. And I'm grateful that she still smiles every day and finds something fun to do. She's not letting it keep her down. So, thank you guys so much for joining us for our couch talk. I'm Peggy, again, my husband Cody, and we're so glad you could join us. Again, if you like our videos, please like, share, comment, give us ideas. Love ya.